Hello everyone, welcome back to the Crimson Diamond, where we've just finished exploring the things here in the smokehouse. So, I have the usual problem that I don't know where to go. I mean, we know that some stuff happened here in the smokehouse, and I don't know where to go after that. So I mean, I wonder how you'd play this game legitimately. Like if you weren't using a walkthrough, how would you know where to go? How would you know where's the right place to go? I mean, you could just kind of. I mean, I guess you just are supposed to walk around. Like you're really just meant to keep walking back and forth until you find stuff going on. So I am looking for some action. I'm looking for a place where I can. I think there's supposed to be a conversation that we can overhear. Hold on, let me check. Gotta check the walkthrough again. Oh. Okay, so now apparently. That's interesting. Wait, did I already do this before? Let me see.
Nessa and Corvus are talking now. I should eavesdrop.
Okay, so I guess we couldn't do this before, but now we can eavesdrop on their conversation in Margot's big walk-in closet. So eavesdrop. Oh, real subtle, Nancy. Speaking like half of your body is visible through the door, but nobody's going to see you.
That hussy, that harlot, that strumpet. Where could she have hidden my brooch? I've looked everywhere.
Nessa, we can't be hanging around much longer. I finished writing the new will. You've gotten Albert's report. We're finished here.
I know that, and I don't need reminding. Once we're finished searching here, we'll get back to Evan. Make him sign.
Oh, Evan's still alive. Okay. I had just assumed that he had... Okay, alright. So, Evan is, I guess... Alright. Being held prisoner, captive somewhere probably, but okay, apparently he's still alive. Okay, well that's... Okay, good to know. Shh! Who knows who's listening? The walls have ears. Well, not the walls, but that door.
Yes, yes.
Ness and Corvus are still rummaging about in the walk-in closet, but the conversation appears to be over.
Corvus wrote a new will? I should see about that. I bet he's got it stored in that satchel of his.
Oh. Yes. Time to look in the satchel. I'll look in Testa's satchel, find the will, yes. Yes. If I can find Corvus's room. Is this Corvus? Oh, I guess that's probably his satchel right there on the bed. Take a look at the bed. Two single... Well, okay. Yeah, all right. There's a leather satchel. Okay, good. Look in satchel. Of course, satchel is locked.
The key to the satchel has to be around here somewhere.
All right. Let's see. Look on desk. Open drawer. Okay. Well, all right. I didn't really mean those drawers, but that's fine. Looks like there's a drawer on the desk on the right-hand side there. Like this little line here looks like it's a rollout. All right. Whatever. Examine drawers. After searching through all drawers, you find monthly and stocks, loose buttons, single shoelaces, and other assorted bric-a-brac. You don't find a key of any kind.
I just didn't find it my first try, but I'm just getting started.
Okay, does that mean I just have to keep doing this? You've already thoroughly searched the drawers. Okay. All right. Look under... Oh, she keeps saying she has a fear of dust bunnies and won't look under the bed. Oh, now she looks under the bed. You methodically search in the bed, under the bed, and even under the pillow for Corvus' satchel key.
I suppose it wouldn't make much sense for Corvus to have a satchel key in Jack's bed. Still, it's good to be thorough.
All right, that's true. All right, let's search this bed. That does say message.
I suppose under his pillow would have been obvious and not particularly secure.
That's true.
Where's this satchel key? There are only so many places it could be.
I'm going to guess that suitcase is locked. Look in suitcase. The lid is locked tight. All right. Look behind mirror. Look in pitcher. Examine pitcher. Close the room, except the jug and drinking glass look untouched. All right. What's this thing at the foot of the bed? Is this also luggage? No, it's not luggage. It's yeah. There's a suitcase at the foot of the bed closest to the window, but what's this thing on the floor? All right. Search bookcase. It's with the bookcase from top to bottom. You pull and push the books, looking for levers or hidden switches. Some people say lever, some people say lever. When I was younger, I used to say lever, now I would say lever, apparently. It's like the grown-up way of saying lever. I don't know. You try to pull the bookcase away from the wall, but it's pretty heavy and doesn't seem to have any hinges. You look for books with hidden compartments or meaningfully suggestive titles. Unfortunately, you eventually realize that this is an utterly regular bookshelf holding completely standard books.
Oh, well, it was worth a try. I'm not about to give up yet, not until I'm satisfied I've performed a thorough search.
Corvus could just walk in at any time. Like, seriously, Corvus could just walk in while we're doing this and say, hey, what are you doing? Let's see. Search. Oh, accidentally turned on caps lock. Search the chair. Click on the chair, you're looking at the chair in between the cushioning where objects may have fallen.
Nothing unusual nor notable here. I'm satisfied with my search for the key to Corvus's satchel. I don't think it's here. He's got to be carrying it.
Really? You said it's got to be here in this room. Okay, so you actually, I guess you had to do this. It's just kind of like a song and dance. This is I think what this is what in game design is technically called jerking the player around by making them do stuff like this just to waste time, just to fulfill a so-called puzzle. I guess that was supposed to be a puzzle, but it's not really a puzzle. It's just wasting time.
Now the question is, how do I get it?
All right. Well, I mean, all you need is a baseball bat and just whack Corvus a few times with it until he gives up the key. Yeah, okay, it's obviously not going to work. All right. Gosh, well, that was interesting. That was a singular waste of time, just going through his room, trying to look for the key and satisfying yourself that the key's not in his room. I mean, he could have put it anywhere. The fact that it's not in his room doesn't mean that he's carrying the key. That's also quite a leap of logic, but I guess it's a contrivance for the game. It's a game. I shouldn't take the game too seriously. All right, let's see now. So, all right. So, oh. I've just looked at the walkthrough and seen the solution to this puzzle. This is not a... Okay, before I do what's actually in the walkthrough, let me see if I can figure out... Let me go ahead and save here. Need Corvus's key. I'm going to do the solution later, but I'm curious, is there any kind of indication of what we're supposed to do here?
Here's Corvus. Now, how do I get the satchel key from him? He must have it in one of his pockets.
All right. Search pockets.
Don't you
Yeah, okay, we already... Ask Corvus about key. This is not a particularly subtle thing to do, but considering how Nancy has been openly telling everybody what she's found out, this is probably a very Nancy thing to do. Hey, Corvus, I'm looking for your key.
I shouldn't.
Oh, now she figures out how discretion works. Now she figures out how to be discreet and not just blab whatever's on her mind.
I shouldn't ask Corvus about his satchel key. He might suspect something, as if he didn't already. I need to get into his pockets without him suspecting anything.
Tell him that we've become a prostitute and we want him to take his clothes off and start getting frisky and handsy with him, and that won't be suspicious at all. Yeah, I mean... Okay, I'm sorry. That was just what came to my mind. Yeah, I know it's... I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. Okay, so I don't know how we're supposed to figure out how to do this, or to do this. That we're supposed to do this, I mean. But I'll just go ahead and... So I'll go and turn on the water. And we still have that drinking glass in our inventory, don't we? Yeah. It's a glass. All right. Put water in glass. Fill glass with water. You fill the drinking glass with water from the tap. All right, turn off the water. Oh. Oh. Okay, I guess she automatically turned off the water after filling the glass. It's very water-saving of you, Nancy. And now, again, I'm assuming that there's probably some kind of way to get a hint. There are a couple of puzzles in this game that I was quite skeptical of, and then it turned out there was some kind of a hint that I'd missed about, you know, that kind of would point you in the right direction if you just look at the right things. So there's probably some way of figuring this out. I don't know. Don't ask me how you're supposed to figure this out. But apparently you are supposed to, get ready for this, spill the water on Corvus. She didn't even try to make it look subtle. Like, she didn't try to... I figured she would just bump into him and say, like, oh, excuse me, I'm so clumsy. But she literally just like, threw the glass of water at his butt. What have you done? Legitimate question there, Cor. I have to admit, for once I understand Corvus. I think that's a legitimate question that he's asked there. You clumsy girl, you've soaked me through. To be fair, I don't think one glass of water would soak a person completely through. I mean, it would make like a wet spot, but it wouldn't. All right.
I'm sorry, Mr. Shaw. I'm such a lummox.
Fortunately, I've packed a second set of clothes, and it looks much the same as this.
Hurry up and change, then. You need to help me find my brooch before... Well, anyway, get back here quick.
Right. Excuse me, ladies. Corvus exits the room to change his clothes. Not knowing what to do, you stand awkwardly and wait for him to return. All the while, Nessa continues to go through Margot's things. Soon enough, Corvus returns, clad in identical vest and trousers. There, you see. It's like it didn't even happen. But do keep away from me, Miss Maple. I don't have another fresh set of clothes.
Of course. And again, I'm very sorry.
Just stay out of our way, won't you?
Will do.
All right. I guess that means, let's see. Search Corvus's wet clothes in his bedroom for the satchel key. Yeah, okay, so the game kind of gives away the puzzle solution. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point, wasn't it? That we go searching through his clothes. Where are his clothes? Oh, okay, I guess they're probably these things here on the table. All right, search clothes. Whose clothes are them? Jack's clothes are Jack's clothes here? Okay. While we're here, let's search Jack's clothes. I doubt that we'll find anything there, but you realize that these clothes are all clean.
They've just been hastily tossed into the crate, causing them to look untidy.
Okay, so that's a crate. So you can just, okay, can I say search crate? You must pick through Jack's clothes in the Corvus satchel. In case Corvus' satchel key might be concealed in a pocket. You look around under the crate, you check the crate for false bottom. You scrutinize the slats of the crate for hollowed out sections. While satisfied that you did your due diligence, you are stymied by this unsatisfactory result.
Onwards. While I do think I searched diligently for the key to Corvus' satchel, it certainly doesn't hurt to go above and beyond.
That's true. All right. Now we can search Corvus's clothes. Corvus' clothes were finely tailored and kept immaculately clean. The vest and trousers are decidedly damp. You feel a twinge of guilt. I'm not looking for the dampness, girl. We're looking for the key.
Oh, one of the metal buttons on the vest is missing.
Yeah, that's the button that we found on the ground earlier outside the smokehouse.
I'm satisfied with my investigation so far. It's time to go into the smokehouse and share what I've learned with Nathan.
We've done that already. Okay, am I sequence breaking? I might be sequence breaking here because I went and talked to Nathan in the smokehouse before getting here. All right. And oh, now, okay, interesting. So I guess the sequence is first you're supposed to search the clothes, then go and talk to Nathan, and then somehow afterwards you come back here and suddenly magically you find the key, even though you didn't find it before. The guilt is somewhat assuaged by the gratification you feel finding the key to Corvus' satchel in his left vest pocket. All right, cool. So we got... Where's the key? Is this it? No, that's the... That's a different key. We had that... No, that's Margot's key. Where's the... Wait, hold on. Do I need to say get key? Yes, I do. Okay. One of the situations where she found the key, but you have to type take key or get key to actually take the key. Reach into the left vest pocket and take the key to Corvus's satchel.
I'll just borrow this key for a little bit.
Alright. So, now, does it show up in our inventory? Yes, it does. There we go. Smaller key is elegant and fairly new. Can we examine it with the loop? It doesn't benefit from closer examination, but I bet the satchel does. Open satchel. It's locked. Yeah, I know. Unlock satchel. You unlock Corvus's satchel. Alright. Open satchel. You're Corvus satchel. Search satchel. You eagerly examine the contents of Corvus's satchel. Aside from pens and a few personal items, there are 2 documents that draw your eye.
There's a mineralogical report in here, signed by Albert. There's also a will in here. Uh-oh.
Read the report. After carefully studying the report, you are surprised to conclude that despite the gorgeous penmanship in Albert Respa's florid signature, it's extremely poorly written.
This is nearly nonsense. It reads like Albert inserted mineralogical words at random without knowing their meanings, and he's trying to hide this fact with fancy language.
I think Ludicer's theory about Albert is pretty much verified at this point.
Even still, I have a hard time believing that this report was written by a mineralogical expert. The fine paper and fancy seal might fool a casual observer, or harried government officials eager to rubber stamp stacks of paperwork off their desks. The report does conclude that the land on which Crimson Lodge is built is rich with diamonds. Interesting. I should ask Nathan about this report. He should be familiar with the geology of the area.
So, this ties into what Ludicer said before about the books on Albert's desk being brand new. You can draw your own conclusions about why that might have been. I'll go into further detail later. I think the secret is pretty much out at this point, but I'll not say anything more until the game says it explicitly. But let's go ahead and read that will. The last will and testament details what should happen to Evan Richards' property and possessions upon his death. Let me guess, everything goes to Nessa and Corvus, probably. This document... Oh! How did I guess? How did I know? Okay. I was going to say I'm psychic, but to be fair, that wasn't really a very difficult guess at this point.
This document says everything goes to Nessa. That's surprising considering their strained relationship.
Your eyebrows raised as you reach the end of the will. It's been signed by Corvus Shaw with Nessa Crabbe signing as witness. Oh, Evan didn't sign his own will. There's a blank line on which is written Evan Richards. It appears that Evan has yet to sign this document. The entirety of the will appears to be in Corvus's handwriting. Oh, gosh, that's not suspicious at all, is it?
This looks pretty fishy to me.
I have to wonder... This whole thing about signatures, there are all these situations where, people are forced to sign documents, people are tortured and made to sign documents. Honestly, if you just forge somebody's signature, if you just make some scribbles that look like somebody's signature, how is anyone ever going to know that the signature is fake? If you know what somebody's signature looks like, this is a serious question. This is something I've always wondered. The signatures of many, especially public officials, public people like celebrities and politicians and things like that, their signatures are public knowledge. You can go on Wikipedia, and the signature of a famous person is often right on the Wikipedia article. So, if you can make something that looks convincingly like somebody's signature, how could anyone verify, whether it's a court of law or any other sort of official party trying to verify the authenticity of the document? How could anyone verify that that really is that person's signature and not just... Serious question, because it seems to me that signatures are very, very easy to fake. Seriously, tell us, how are signatures secure? How are signatures legally binding in this day and age when we have digital signatures that are encrypted with 4,000-bit keys that are much harder to forge and break and fake? Anyway, all right, I'm not too surprised about the will. The will is obviously, I kind of expected the will to say that everything goes to Nessa, so that's actually really not surprising at all. Okay, so, I'm going to guess that we can't just take the will.
I'll just shift some papers around to make it look less obvious that anything was taken.
Are you serious? Can I get Albert's report as well? We can actually take these things from Corvus's satchel, and she thinks that he won't notice because there are still plenty of papers in the satchel. Okay, I would have never thought. I would have never, like, I literally would not, the idea would not even occur to me to just take the will and assume and hope that Corvus doesn't notice that it's missing. Because that's the first thing he's going to notice. As soon as he comes back and takes his satchel, that's probably the first thing he's going to notice when he opens it. I literally would not even think of it literally would not cross my mind to think, hey, maybe we can just take it and assume that he won't notice. Okay. It crossed Nancy's mind. All right. Cool. All right. So that means we now have them in our inventory, right? Yeah. Here's the will. Someone's last will and testament. Who was that someone? And the mineralogical report. I wonder what this report says. Well, can we examine these with the... Yeah. Oh, we saw these already. Yeah, okay. We saw this already, and we saw this already. All right. Close the satch. I wonder what happens if we leave the satchel open. I'm really curious now what happens if we leave the satchel just hanging open. Corvus will obviously know that someone was inside the satchel, but I mean, let's be realistic. He's going to know anyway. When he notices the documents are missing, he's going to know anyway that someone was in his satchel. I wonder what happens if we just leave it hanging open, but let's go ahead and do the King's Quest 3 thing and return the wand to the cupboard where it was hidden, and let's lock it up as well. Lock the satchel. All right. And put key back in clothes. Yeah, I was going to say Corvus' clothes, but the game is smart enough to know that I mean Corvus' clothes because that's the only place where we got a key in this room. All right. Well, that was that. Gosh. Okay. I guess now it's time to find Jack, because Nessa was saying we need to talk to Jack about all the stuff that's been going down. So let's go ahead and talk to Jack. I believe he's in the study back here. Yeah. Jack and Nathan are here. Let's take a look at these guys. What are these guys up to? Jack is methodically opening the books in the bookcase and leafing through them.
Looks like he's looking for papers tucked inside them, but not having much luck.
So Nathan's looking for something in the cabinet. All right, let's go ahead and talk to these gentlemen.
I have my theory what happened in the smokehouse, but I still don't know where Mr. Richards was taken. I need to find out what Helen Grota means. I should ask someone.
Please, Nancy. We need to figure out where Evan was taken. If you have any ideas, I'm all ears. Yeah, we saw that already. All right. Well, for starters, we can ask Jack about, how do you spell it? Helen Grota, I think? I baked cookies recently, yeah. Mr. Richards eats tons of them. Keeps them in his pockets, even. They're called thumbprint cookies in English, but they're also called Helen Grota. That's a Swedish word.
What does Helen Grota mean?
Oh, right. It means raspberry cave.
Oh. Ooh, that made my raspberry cave get, yeah, okay, I shouldn't have gone there.
Okay, so what else do we want to talk to these guys about? Apparently supposed to ask Jack about the almonds as well. Okay, I don't know why. Ask Jack about almonds. Oh, yeah, Nessa brought some Jordan almonds into the lodge and put them in a bowl in the parlor. She knows Mr. Richards is allergic to nuts ever since they were kids. Pretty inconsiderate, if you ask me.
Mr. Richards is allergic to nuts. Could it be Nessa was trying to weaponize them to use against him? Maybe that's why Nessa brought the Jordan almonds in the first place. She could have been scheming this entire time.
All right, let's go ahead and I guess that's all. I guess we can just, let's just talk to these guys. Hey, Jack. You breathlessly tell Nathan and Jack your theory about what happened in the smokehouse, ending with your belief that Mr. Richards was taken to the garnet mines. Wait, what's this about garnet mines? Did I miss something? Oh man, I don't even remember anything about garnet mines. I remember that mark on the wall, which presumably Evan left with his raspberry cookie thing. When did this become about garnet mines? I don't remember that happening at all. I must have missed that part, sorry. I'm not following along with this game's plot very well. You think Mr. Richards was taken to the garnet mines? Those have been sealed shut for decades.
Which makes them a perfect place to hide someone.
Uh-oh.
We should drive out there and check just in case. I agree. It'll take some time to prep the automobile. To the carriage house. I'll meet you there. I'm gonna fetch Ranger Murdoch. Stay put here in the lodge, Nancy, in case Mr. Richards comes back. Yeah, back then I guess it took time to prepare. Like today, we're used to cars where you just turn the key and start the car and boom, you drive away. Because cars today have fuel ignition and all that stuff. But back in those days, this was probably back in the day when you had that huge metal crank that you had to use to start the engine with. You had to stick the crank in the front of the car and turn it around, and then cars had carburetors instead of fuel injection, so you had to let them warm up for a while before you could drive them.
Well, I'm certainly not going to just wait around here.
Why not? That's what they told you to do.
I'll convince Jack and Nathan to take me with them. They need all the help they can get. But before I head out, should I check in with the other folks in the lodge? I guess you should.
Okay, whom else do I need to check up on? Oh. Okay. Well, apparently... Apparently, Corvus and Nessa are now gone from Margot's closet.
Margot told me that Nessa's Roche is hidden somewhere in here. Nessa tore this room apart looking for it.
So, as I mentioned before, it's kind of weird. If you come here right after Margot died, you can't find the brooch. I tried it and it just doesn't work. It's like it somehow just isn't here. But now that Corvus and Nessa have searched this place and are gone, you can check these hats. Apparently it's under one of these hats. And it's funny because I did check the hats before. Remember I checked the hats. I don't know. Let's get the hats again. So get the yellow hat. Take down the yellow hat, mannequin head and all. Yeah, So we did. You can see why Nessa didn't bother inspecting all the hats. They're up high and hard to reach, and the mannequin heads are surprisingly solid and heavy, not hollow, leaving no room for hidden items. But still. Okay, I was right. Remember I said the way that Nancy sort of reverently takes these heads down and looks at the hats, there's got to be some significance there because she doesn't do that with other items. Oh yeah, we can also check the shoes, I guess. Examine the shoes. And shake all Margot's shoes to look inside them and tap their heels. I'm surprised I can't find the ruby brooch there. Oh, she's not checking the size. That's interesting because I think before we could have gotten the shoe size from here. Okay, it doesn't matter. We don't care about the shoe sizes anymore. All right, let's get the green hat. The green hat from the shelf, mannequin head and all. You were made of finer wool. The mannequins were painted harder so the brooch couldn't be stuck into them to conceal it. Merely shaking the mannequin head is all that would be required to check if the brooch was balanced under one of the hats. All right. Get blue hat. Your arms are starting to ache from straining them to the limits to reach the hats. You wonder if the efforts will prove fruitful. You're starting to doubt it. I'm assuming I have to check all 4 hats. So I'm going to assume that it's under this last hat. I'm also going to assume that if I check these hats in a different order, it's always going to be under the last hat. It's probably one of those adventure game things where it's like it's always under the last item you check, regardless of what order you check them in. I'm almost curious enough to test that theory, but not quite. If you want to test it out, you can, but I'm going to assume that it's probably like that. So this is, I think you can say teal. I think the game called it a teal hat. Actually, let's check. Look at the hats. Yeah, the game calls it a teal hat, but I think you can also say, oh, a couple of those look they've been hurriedly inspected by Nessa, judging from their slightly askew appearances. Okay, so yeah, the game calls it a teal hat, but I think you can say get cyan hat. Yes, you can. That works as well. And the hat from the shelf, mannequin head and all. The bright teal hat has with a grunt of effort, you rest the last mannequin head down from the shelf and examine the hat closely.
Oh!
Pinned to the inside of the last hat, you inspect, you find
Nessa's ruby brooch.
Margot had cleverly concealed the pin part of the brooch between the hat and its band. You carefully unpin the ruby brooch from the hat before returning the mannequin head and hat to the top of the shelf.
I'm glad I found it, but what do I do with it now? I guess I better find Nessa and give it back.
Do we really want to do that? Intricate gold setting.
Rubies have a most hardness of 3.
Wait, no, not.
9. One of the hardest minerals around. Besides diamonds, of course.
You admire the rich, much-coveted pigeon blood, deep red hue of the ruby mounted in the brooch. Thanks to your loop, you detect faint rutile include. Okay, I don't know what rutile inclusions are.
But the gem is eye clean. That means the inclusions are invisible to the naked eye. The inclusions are also called silk. Some of these faint lines might not be inclusions after all. They look a bit oily. Oh, I think that's a clue to use the soot on the brooch.
Put soot on brooch. Yes, on the brooch. Brooch. And you are shocked to discover not one but two clear fingerprints. All right, get the fingerprints from the brooch. Okay, and compare fingerprints. Whose fingerprints are on the ruby brooch? You've revealed two clear fingerprints. You compare them to the fingerprints you made else in the lodge. One of the fingerprints belongs to Margot, which comes as no surprise. She admitted to stealing this brooch. Okay, yeah, Margot stole the brooch. Fine. The other fingerprint belongs to Jack. Okay. What does that tell us? Why is Jack's fingerprint on the brooch? I mean, it really could be for any reason at all. I don't find this very conclusive personally, so either I'm missing something or I don't know. I'm not following the game's logic. I mean, okay, Jack's fingerprint is on Ness's brooch. Why is his fingerprint there? Who knows? It could be for any reason. Maybe, I mean,
I should ask him about this.
Well, we can't now because we made him leave. He left because he went to get ready for whatever he's supposed to be doing. All right. All right. We're getting close to the end of this chapter. We have a couple of things we need to do, but I'm already at 32 minutes, so let's go ahead and just save here. I'll go ahead and save here, got, brooch, and that'll be it for now. This has been another Crimson Diamond video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. I will talk to you all in the next video. Until then, bye-bye for now.